Hi everyone. The thing I was placing my phone on was somehow distorting all the voice. So if everyone can hear me now, that's great. Hi Shraddha, welcome to You're Not Alone Conversations in collaboration with There For You.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you. It's a pleasure to be here. We have a lovely audience, very interactive one.
All like, I'm so happy so many people have been able to join and not keep us while we were trying to figure out what. But everyone, thank you again for joining us. Shraddha is a gratitude coach on There For You, which is a mental health and wellness platform. And we have multiple wellness professionals on board as partners, and she's one of them. And the most amazing thing about Shraddha is that she's changed my way and my outlook of, just thinking about life and about going about life. And I remember like she did this one activity with us and she's like, oh, what are you grateful for? And we got, like every day we keep thinking of so many negative things. That one question like changed my life. So, Shraddha, thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for being a part of the conversation today. Shraddha, let's begin with why don't you tell us what led you to become a gratitude coach?
Oh, okay. It's my favorite part. Like, I love sharing my journey because a lot of people out here feel that things are not going right or they are going through a phase of life where it's dark. And my story also started like that. But today I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that things have kind of changed 360 degrees. And with my story I would just want to, my only intention is to bring hope to everybody here with us, or anybody who's listening to this video later also, that miracles happen. You can change your life. All you need is just right perspective. You just need to switch your perspective. So I come from a very humble middle class family background, born and brought up. In fact, I was born and brought up in a chawl. My parents had to really, when they were young, they had to really struggle to kind of get the best of life for themselves. They had to work literally their way out, and I consider myself really blessed because I always got what I had asked for. Like, if I wanted something, I would have to just go and tell my dad, and he would kind of get it for me. So I think I have been more blessed child. I have been the lucky child. But one thing I always know while I was growing up, that my parents have done a lot for me, and I always wanted to improve, or I wanted to be that person who takes their life to the next level. And
Right.
this has been something so in me, and I was always very looking forward to doing things where I could kind of change my whole family's financial status. And that was the sole reason why I picked up CFA as my career option. I'm a chartered financial analyst, and I was an equity research analyst also. I
Quite a
worked for
jump
five.
then. That's quite a jump from an equity manager to this.
Yeah. So I used to work with multiple brokerage houses in my stint as an equity research analyst, and my core job was to identify good investment ideas and to kind of share that with potential investors, help them make the money grow. It was amazing. It was a really fulfilling career because people would come back and tell me that, wow, you are like, your recommendation helped me to make my grow my money. And I was like, wow, this is great. But when I had to check my bank account, and I'm like, okay, this has not grown as much what their bank account has grown. So
Right.
that's where I started to kind of think from a perspective that what can I do more so that I can make my life bigger in terms of finances, in terms of impact. And with that, I got an opportunity to work on a business venture, work on a business venture parallelly. Uh, and I I started off like, you know, a lot of you guys must also be facing this back home, where you tell your parents that you want to do business and they're like, oh, it's too risky, you can't start a business, you have a fixed good paying job, you can't leave your job, and you know, you can't really do this and you can't do that, especially if you're staying with your parents. And I've been with my parents, so they had a really, you know, they were like, hey, you can do whatever you want to do in the other time, but you know, don't leave your job, you have got a great job. So I said, okay, I won't leave my job, I'll do something parallelly, and once it grows big enough, then I'll see what I want to do. And you know, things went exactly like, they went better than what I had thought. They went 2 years after I started my own venture in a partnership with a friend. 2 years was just amazing. Everything was like, wow, this is what I had thought and this happened. This is what I thought and this happened. I'm like, why didn't I do business? You know, as a first option. And then, you know, profits started kicking in, things were good. I said, now it's time to leave the job. And now who wants to do yes, boss, yes, boss? Nobody wants to do it. You know, I said, I don't want to do this. I might as well quit and kind of work on, you know, making the business grow, or, you know, multiplying the profits. And yeah, that was my plan, but I think universe had a different plan. The moment I quit my job, within 6 months, things started to kind of slow down and things started to kind of wobble, and slowly year down the lane, everything was going like down south, and I found myself in the most dark situation. My relationships were kind of so hampered. I used to have fights every single day with every person that I met. I had, you know, my finances were like low, my bank account was like almost zero, and my self-confidence was zero, and business was just not growing, and no job. You see how the situation, like legal challenges coming up, it's really dark space. And then, you know, I was blessed to have mentors who in my business who were there to handhold me, to guide me. So I happened to connect with one of my mentors, and I asked him that what is wrong. You know, this was not the case 1 year back. Why is the case now? What is it that has changed? And you know, mentors, coaches are supposed to be people who help you see the mirror, something that you can't see, they help you show that. And he said that, Shraddha, are you really wanting to know why are you not growing? I said, absolutely, please tell me what is it. And that's when he told me that, you know what, Shraddha, I have, whenever I've met you, whenever I've spoken to you, I've just heard you complaining. There is just nothing but complaints. And I still remember what he quoted me then. He said that gratitude and complaints, they don't stay in one box. Either you can be grateful or you can be complaining. You know, you can't do both. You can't say, I am grateful, and then you can next minute you say, oh my God, there's so much of traffic and there's so much of rain and this and that. And, you know, like a lot of us initially when we get such kind of feedback, we kind of, you know, kind of push back saying that, no, this is not me. I was exactly like that. I said, this is not me. You know, what you're telling me is not true. I don't complain. But because it came from my mentors, you know, I kind of paid some attention, and I said that, chalo, let me see, let me observe myself. What is it that I really end up thinking throughout the day? I went into that inward journey, you know, of finding out what is it that's happening inside me. And I was so shocked that I was actually complaining. I just had complaint for everything. If the traffic is not there, still I'm complaining about the roads. If the traffic is still, I'm complaining. If it's too hot, I'm still complaining. If it's too cold, I'm still complaining. And that was the day when I decided that I'm going to change myself. I'm going to start working on being more grateful. Now, this being grateful, this is my journey. You know, like this, what I'm talking to you about is somewhat 6 years back. It's been 6 years that I've been practicing gratitude every single day. And what I began with and what I am right now, there's a really 360-degree difference. So when I began with, I found very difficult to find things to be grateful for. You know, like I said, you know, mine was only looking out for complaints. But it was a very conscious effort to start finding things to be grateful for. And once I started doing that 2 years down, you know, like it took me 6 months, but then I started to see changes. I started to see everything around me falling in place. I started, my relationships started to heal. You know, business started to again start moving up. You know, I started I started feeling better about myself. I started feeling more confident, and obviously money started to come in. So this was all happening. So business was getting on track, and then happened 2020, and there was a lockdown.
Right.
2020 happened, a lockdown, and then again it was a tough time for me because I had to take a call whether I want to continue doing the old business or do I really need to restart something, because lockdown was a phase where we were supposed to stay home, and my past business really wanted me to step out and meet people. I had to extensively network and do things. So it was again a time for me to decide what I really wanted to do. So I took a pause, I took a break. I said, "Chalo, let me just see what universe has in store for me. Let me see what is the guidance coming from the universe." And then a couple of weeks into the lockdown, all my family and friends, they all started kind of coming to me and sharing their worries because of the lockdown. And that's when I said that, what, if I have something, I have a knowledge, I know something which has helped me, and I'm sure this can help them, why not teach them? And that's how my coaching journey began. I started on a very small level, only helping my family and friends, and helping them teach how to be grateful and all of that for 15 years. And every person on that group came back and told me that, "Shraddha, this is amazing. Thank you so much for teaching us. Why don't you?" And they started pushing me to do it more on a professional basis. Why don't you do professionally coach people? It's so amazing what work you're doing. And that kind of helped me to kind of identify that I want to do this. I want to help people. I want to make people understand that everything in life is possible. All you need to do is just switch your perspective, start being more grateful, start looking out for good things in life, and see how beautifully life responds back to you. So that's my journey of becoming a gratitude
I
coach.
completely relate with it because after that one tiny session, I swear the way I think about things has already changed. And sometimes I'm just feeling down in the dumps, and I was like, but there is so many things to be grateful for. And like that's I anyone who's watching us right now, or will be watching us later on after we post this, please know that the moment you take a session with Shraddha, it is such a super step to get over that negative feeling around you. And I highly recommend it. I definitely recommend it. So I truly hope that all of you do it so as well. But Shraddha, one thing I really liked about what you said, and this is a discussion we've had otherwise as well, is that you practice what you do, right? And actually followed gratitude, like the whole idea of gratitude in your life. So you started helping others follow it as well. But it's like I've realized since we've had our session also, it's not as easy. It takes so much of, like thinking and like reminding yourself. So I'm sure you've also had these moments in the recent times during the pandemic when you found it hard. So could you tell us maybe an experience or something where you really thought it was difficult for you, and where you had to actually push yourself to like be reminded that you look at the more brighter side and be grateful for?
Oh yeah, I mean, people think that once you become a coach, you don't have your low moments and you don't have negative thoughts. But I want to clear this doubt that, guys, that's not true. We are human as you guys are. I also have my low moments. I also have my negative thoughts. Yes, the only difference between you and me, okay, is that my negative thoughts don't keep me folded for 2 days, 3 days. They are not more than 10 minutes. Maximum is 10 minutes. Minimum is 2 minutes. In next 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, listen to the music, let's get going. Let's find something that will raise my vibration, let me get me into a higher state. So that's one thing that I do. Otherwise, when I'm in my low state, and yeah, I know I should be practicing gratitude. I know I should be doing, I should be finding out good things. But sometimes your mind plays real bad games with you. Real bad. Like it just does not want to see the good things around you. So that time, what I do is I don't fight it. What I do is I just simply take my phone, I log on to my music app, and I listen to my favorite song where, I'm so motivated to sing the song together. So then I have no chattering going in my mind because I'm so busy singing the song, you know. So I have then stopped all the low feelings and all. And then again I ask myself, once I finish listening to my song, then I sit and I see, and then I say, okay, let's find what are good things
Right.
around us right now. Let's find out blessings. And then I start counting, and then I feel, then I can start kind of picking up, okay, this is a
Right.
blessing, and this is a blessing, and this is a blessing. But there are times I
Right.
do go through that kind of a phase as well. But I have identified this works for me. We all are different,
Yeah.
unique individuals. Something works for me, might work for you, might not work for you. I really don't know. You will have to experiment. I've experimented a lot in the last 6 years, and I'm still experimenting.
Sort of a rapid fire, a little bit of coffee with Karan style, where I ask questions that I'd like you to answer like as quickly as possible. They're all wellness questions because we want to understand a little more about your wellness mantra. So, you told us that you like music. Can you hear me
Sorry, your
now?
voice is again slightly cracking.
Okay, so you told us you like listening to
Yes,
music
yes.
when you're feeling a little bounce back. What's your favorite song? What's your go-to song?
Oh, the current favorite is by Amit Trivedi. It's a Gujarati Garba which is called Moti Verana. And that's something that I am kind of, it's on my play loop. That's the first song that I play in the morning as well. So it's quite a popular song, especially now that Navratri has gone. So you can Google about it. Amit Trivedi, Moti
I
Verana.
do when you're at or like what's your comfort?
Comfort food for me
Really?
is dal chawal.
So healthy.
Yeah, with some achar in
Achar are we talking?
it.
Which achar are we talking about?
Sorry, I didn't catch you.
Mine is nimbu,
I like mango pickle.
but yeah. Alright.
Oh,
What's
lovely.
your like this thing? Like, if you ever like want to work out, what would you do? Do you yoga, cardio? Do you go to the walk?
I go for a walk. That's the most easiest thing first. And if not that, then I love dancing, so I prefer Zumba.
And mantra for life. This sort of is the
Okay.
philosophy that guides you.
So yeah, so for that, I believe that there is no flaw in the master plan. So we all have a master plan for us, and however we feel that it's not going right, your life is not going right, something, what you want exactly opposite is happening. But trust me, there is no flaw in that master plan. Once you go ahead, in hindsight, you can't see what's happening. But when you look back and when you try to join the dots, you will understand that whole master plan was designed so beautifully to become the person that who you are today. So my mantra is there is no flaw in the master plan. Trust the
And
process.
uh, what's one thing
Sorry, I didn't catch you.
you are great
What's the one thing
today?
grateful for today? Okay, today I'm really grateful for the rains here in Mumbai. Okay, they are like crazy rains out of the blue, suddenly thundering and storm kind of, but they bring such beautiful breeze and it makes me feel so lively.
Interesting.
So I'm
All
so
right.
grateful for
Thank you,
that.
Shraddha, for playing the little rapid fire with us. Before we close this conversation,
Thank
would
you
you
so
be
much.
okay for any questions that people watching us have? All right. So if anyone
Absolutely,
has
I would love
any
to answer.
questions that you want Shraddha to answer right now, please write them down in the comment section. And to book a session with Shraddha, please go to www.thereforyou.xyz and please book a one-on-one with her because it is genuinely amazing. All right, so I'll give it like about 30 seconds to see if someone's writing a question or not, and otherwise we can just close the conversation from here. But Shraddha, thank you again.
Sure.
This was a fun conversation.
Thank you
I
so
didn't know a
much.
lot of your personal journey. I think every time we've spoken, we've always talked on a more professional side of things. So I think it's the first time we've spoken about like personal stuff.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It was a nice insight.
Thank you so much for inviting me, or to interact with the There For You audience. And I'm so grateful that we've had this conversation today. It was an absolute fun. I love the rapid fire that we played together. And yeah, thank you so much. I look forward to helping all of you here in any which ways I can. Uh,
Right. I think, Shraddha,
Thank you so much.
since there are no questions, I want to thank you again, and I look forward to continue working with you, of course. And I really hope people have sort of gained some perspective of why they need gratitude in their life and why, and if they want to know more about the attitude of gratitude, they need to take a session with you ASAP on www.thereforyou.xyz. And even if none of you take it, please tell your friends to take it because I'm fairly certain there are people out there in your life who really need it right now. So thank you again, Shraddha, and have a nice evening.
Thank you so much.
Bye. See you,
You too.
everyone.
God
Thank you for
bless you. Bye
joining in.
bye.
Take care.